Hello and welcome. I'm Rose Smith, and hello, compassionate cancers. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I'm here with your July 2019 horoscope. Well, wowee, what an absolutely huge month it is going to be for you, Caring Cancerians, because we have so much going on. It's huge for everyone, but it's doubly huge for you because your sign is directly involved. Okay, so just a quick rundown. Firstly, we have two eclipses. Okay, so the 2nd and the 16th. The 2nd, there's a solar eclipse, and on the 16th, there's a lunar eclipse, and they're in Cancer and Capricorn. So you are directly affected by the solar eclipse transformation that is going on during the month of July. There are also two new moons on the 2nd or 3rd. It's 3rd if you're in Australia or New Zealand, and in the majority of the world it will be on the 2nd. Okay, so new moon there, and another new moon on the 31st for the majority of the world, and the 1st of August if you're in Australia and New Zealand. Mercury goes retrograde from the 8th of July through to the 1st of August in Leo, and guess which star sign? Other star sign, yep, Cancer. So you're going to be directly impacted by Mercury retrograde in July. So Mercury going retrograde, it's often a time of miscommunication, okay? You say something, people get the wrong end of the stick and they misunderstand what you're trying to say, okay? Things get muddled up. It can also affect technology, so your internet, your devices, anything electrical really. But yeah, it often happens that way, that messages disappear, your emails disappear, you have to go to another company or something like that. You change providers. If you sign a contract of any description, do know that while Mercury is retrograde, often you need to come back and revisit or reassess that contract because it's not what you thought. Now, when I say Mercury goes retrograde 8th of July to the 1st of August, there's also a few days either side, which is called a shadow period. Things can still go belly up during the shadow period, but that's when the energy is coming on or when the energy is going off. It's not as strong. But, if you've got something really important to do, like a job interview, I'd be trying to put it off, because I know myself, when Mercury goes retrograde, I just watch the dominoes fall and things are happening all around, So please do be careful. Be careful with driving and motor vehicles too. It'd be very interesting to go and have a look at the figures and see if there's more accidents, more misunderstandings, more road rage when Mercury is retrograde. Now, so it's going to be very impactful upon you. So the new moon solar eclipse on the 2nd and 3rd is in Cancer, and it's joining Mercury and Mars in your 2nd house of values. So that means it's likely to be communications, and during the Mercury retrograde period, miscommunications about the things that you value, including finances, okay? Your money could be very much affected in July by these influences. With Mars already there, that ensures really points to more activity and more thinking. You could really be laying awake some nights figuring out what you're going to do with your money. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a negative thing. It can be quite positive. But it is about making changes and planning and analysing those changes, So it's not just money too. It could be your value system, the things that you believe in, not only the things you believe in, but your ideals. That's what I'm trying to say. Your central core beliefs, the middle of your personality. You could find yourself reassessing those and finding out that you actually don't believe in your heart of hearts what you think or what comes out of your mouth. There might be a disconnect between what you really believe and what you think you believe, okay? So this is a time, July is a time that you're going to sort this out. You're going to become aware of it, and you're going to fix it so that you are more congruent and more authentic in what you say, which that's fantastic. Okay, the 4th sees Venus going into your sign, your first house of self. Okay, you could be Mr. or Ms. Popular. People might feel this kind of warmth emanating from you. This magnetic glow could be attracting lots of admirers. Having Venus there draws people to you. They feel your energy. So when you go somewhere, they look right into your eyes. Have you ever had that? I had that the other day in a shop. Salesperson come up to me and was really staring in my eyes, and I was just like, oh. And you know when they come really close into your personal space, and they can't get too close to me because my boobs are in the way. But it's just, you're trying to get back, yeah. And sometimes it's a little bit uncomfortable. So just be aware when you go out with Venus there. This is more likely to happen at this particular time. Okay. So just be aware of that. But it is a smooth flowing sort of energy. It's a contentment. It's kind of like a quiet joy. And so it's a lovely placement to have. The other thing that I often think goes with Venus is pastel colours. You might find yourself being drawn to buying new clothes in pastel colours. And rather than the primary colours, you go for these more sort of flowery type, florid colours, floral. That's the word I'm looking for. Floral colours, due to the emphasis of Venus. All right, the 8th to the 1st, as I said before, sees Mercury retrograde, and it is in your 2nd house and also into your 1st house during that time period. Now, so Mercury retrograde, communications about what you value, including your finances. So please, 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 as far as money, double check everything, okay? So you might have a certain figure in mind concerning money, and it turns out to be much more expensive than what you thought. So please double check everything. Price rises are likely also during that time. You could be buying something at the shop, it's got the wrong tag on it, and then there's some confusion about how much money you're supposed to pay. Anything can happen in Mercury retrograde. Well, I exaggerate slightly, but, it is a time that stuff goes pear-shaped. Okay, 16th sees a lunar eclipse in your 7th house. This is all about your committed relationships. This is not necessarily to do with relationships that are casual, okay? It's not like you met someone last week. It's more about the really serious relationships in your life. And with a lunar eclipse there, it's a time of transformation, time that stuff's going to come up out of your subconscious to be transformed so that you can be set free. You've already got Pluto and Saturn in there, which, often brings up, Pluto's a transpersonal planet, often brings up karma, and Saturn as well, and delays and obstacles. So your relationships might have been a bit bumpy recently. And having the lunar eclipse kind of adds more energy into the scenario. But do know that whatever happens, it's for your highest good. So some relationships are going to go to a new level as a result of this, because they're going to clean out the rubbish and get more serious about each other. And other relationships will cease. You'll be saying, you'll be saying things like, oh, this is just too hard. It's just like problem after problem after problem. And, you might call it quits. So either way, it is for your highest good. So please do know that, it's about cleaning up obstacles, putting things to bed, issues that have been hanging around, driving you nuts for a while in relationship. It's just like, no time for this anymore. And, it's run its course type of thing. Okay, so 23rd, okay, 23rd, 28th, 31st, we see the sun going into your second, Venus going into your second, new moon into your second, all about what you value again, okay, your money or your ideals, the things that are important to you. The sun is all about insight and awareness. If you've had any blocks about money, or you've needed more money or wanted more money, you're going to get insight into why don't you have the money that you want. Okay, so you might want to be a millionaire. Why aren't you a millionaire? You're going to, get some ideas about why you can't get what you want with money. And also Venus, again, it's a lovely, smooth flowing, beautiful energy. You might get some gifts from people. People might give you vouchers to go and spend in a shop, or you might have some small amounts of money. Somehow you come across them, you win them, you find them, whatever. But these small amounts of money come into your life. I don't think it's like lotto, okay? I don't think you're going to win the lottery. But if you do, please let me know. Please look me up. Okay, 31st new moon in the second house, and that's all about new beginnings. You might decide this month in July, Caring Cancerians, that you've been in a job that no longer fills your heart. So it might be a case of deciding, okay, enough is enough. I've got to move on and find a job that really gives me more than just money. I need to be doing something that really, feeds me and that makes my heart sing. Okay, so good luck if you're looking for a job like that. Not all jobs make your heart sing all the time, 100% of the time, but certainly some jobs do make your heart sing sometimes. So that's really important. And I mean, that's what the meaning in life, that's what gives meaning to our lives and what makes working so worthwhile other than the money. You feel like you're doing something worthwhile to help society in some way, even if you're sweeping, the pavement or picking up garbage, it's still meaningful. Okay, it's probably more meaningful than lots of jobs, in fact. Okay, so let's have a look psychically and see what I can see for you, Caring Cancerians. That's a bit hard to say, isn't it? Compassionate Cancerians. Okay, so I've got here a water wheel. I'm looking at a river and it's got a water wheel going around. And so this is about your emotions and processing your emotions as they come up during the month, okay? And getting some power and control as a result of the emotions that you feel. It's not about you being out of control at all with your emotions. It's about managing your emotions so that you can get power and personal power for yourself. Okay, so some really good stuff here that I'm seeing. Rivers are great. We can pump water out of rivers as long as we don't go overboard, but pump water out of rivers for food production. And so you can feed yourself and nurture yourself. And so, you do that with your own emotions. Your emotions are your responsibility. So you can pamper yourself, take care of yourself, and nurture yourself in the month of July. Okay, let's have a look in the tarot cards for you and see what we come up with. Caring Cancerians, July, straight away, money in my face. Okay, I've got two types of money. I've got the notes, which means actual money, the symbol for the notes, actual money, and I've also got coins, which means change and transformation. And there's lots of little silver coins. So it could be for some of you have really big changes and others have lots of little small changes going on, but lots of coins I can see here. And we have a card. And it's great if I can read what it says. Oh, yes, it's the star. Okay, this is really beautiful, the star. And this is all about, and see, she's holding a jar of water. Okay, so it's all about emotions. And it's like in spirit, she's speaking and magic is coming out of her mouth, okay, in the month of July. So time to communicate your needs, exactly what you need, and be in touch with your emotions at the same time. The star is like an omen of success for you, okay? It's a good feminine sign that, you know, things are looking up in the world for you. So I'm really pleased for you, Caring Cancerians, because July, although you might have some issues, you'll clean those out and things will be looking up for you. So I'm really pleased. Now, she's got a gold star. Yeah, she's got a gold star above the magic coming out of her mouth. And it's like the 4 directions. And you can go in any direction that you wish. So know that at a very deep level that your life is your journey and you can go wherever you wish. Okay, and July will be absolutely seminal for you with these eclipses, and being directly impacted, it'll be seminal for you to pick your journey that you want to go on. Okay, so it doesn't necessarily mean go overseas, but it could mean just a journey in your mind, okay, your own spiritual journey, or it could be, you know, physically, as in journey, as in your local area or whatever. But you are on a journey, so be assured of that. And this is a good luck charm, the star, for you in the month of July. Okay, anything else for Caring Cancerians? Yeah, they're telling me some of you changing your mind. When I get this sort of crick in my neck, I know it's a change of mind, and closing the doors on the past. So moving on, moving forward. Well done, you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I would really appreciate a like on this video, and please subscribe to my channel. You can catch me on Twitter and also Facebook under Absolute Soul Secrets. And if you need a psychic reading during the month of July, please go to my website, absolutesoulsecrets.com. We have lots of really good hand-picked psychics on the website that have read for me personally, okay? But in the meantime, have a fantastic month, and so much going on for you. I'd appreciate any little comments, and I will come back to you and answer those. Okay, I'll catch you on Monday for Pick a Card, 8 a.m. Monday morning if you're in Australia and New Zealand, and the rest of the world will be Sunday night. Okay, have a great month, and bye for now.